guys, welcome back to my channel. I realized that it's been quite some time since I've sit down and actually talked to you guys. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you what are the process that I went through in getting a landed property here in Klang Valley. So if you guys want to know more, stay put for the rest of the video. Without further ado, let's dive right onto it. Some people may ask me, why do I prefer a landed property instead of a condo or an apartment? Well, the reason is pretty straightforward. For one, because when I'm staying with my family, I do stay in a landed terrace house. I think from there, as I grow up, I'm already used to staying in a landed area. So yeah. And then another reason is I do not like to wait for the elevator in the condo or an apartment because I'm a very impatient person. So definitely from the start, I know that getting a condo or an apartment is a no-go for me. 3 years ago, my partner and I have started searching and surveying around like what kind of developers experience in doing landed projects, and also we do survey the location as well. Within the city, it's almost impossible to get a landed property because it's very expensive. I mean, like most of the new projects, in fact I don't think there's any new projects in within the city areas. Even like second-hand houses also range at least 900 and above, or maybe ₦1,000,000 and above, and that's just terrace house. I'm not talking about like semi-Ds or bungalows. I don't think I can afford that. So that's why we started searching out in the suburbs area, and I managed to find this developer, which is the unit that I'm currently staying now. When I went over there, they did show me the show unit and then how was the house built, how's the design of the house. I mean, I'm okay with the design and it's quite spacious for me. I did some thinking after I went to the show house, and then I think about a few weeks later I came back, and then I just decided to sign the SPA with the developer or with the sales agent. I signed the SPA in 2021. Normally for a landed property in Malaysia, it takes around 2 to 3 years to complete. So by the time I signed it in 2021, I will be getting my key in 2023. Fast forward towards end of 2023, finally I'm able to get my key. Before I move on to collecting my key, let me share with you what are the payments that needed in order to own a landed property in Malaysia. You need to know that every sales agent will inform you, or they usually will tell you that there is no hidden cost, blah blah blah. Let me tell you guys that this is absolutely not true, okay? Do not ever believe the sales agent when they inform you that there is no hidden fees, okay? There is no such thing as no hidden cost, because there is, which I found out only before I'm getting my key in 2023. When your house is ready, they will email you or send a letter to you to say that, oh, your house is ready for key collection, so before you collect this, there is like a list of payments that you need to make. For my case, it's about slightly less than 2K, it's like 1.9K or so. So basically this fee is the payment for the service of the lawyers, where they help you with the contract, they help to bind it for you and send it to you, make sure you receive that contract nicely. That's basically the services that the lawyer are providing, which you as a homeowner has to pay. And then the second thing, which I was having a lot of trouble going through, was the penalty charge. Whenever the developer completes a certain stage in building the house, they will send a letter. It's just for your information, but at the same time they are also sending this statement out to the lawyer and to the bank that is in charge of my mortgage. By right, the developers should have a deadline for the bank to disperse this amount to the developer. And so I'm not sure what went wrong. I'm not sure which party has screwed up the entire process. It's either the lawyer or the bank. So I found out that one of the miscellaneous fees that I had to pay was a penalty charge of 300 ringgit for a late payment during one of the stage that was completed, and the bank failed to disperse the money to them before the deadline. Because I am totally new in this, I have no experience at all in purchasing properties, and basically I'm so blurred at that moment. The developers actually asked me to check with the bank. So I did check with the bank, and the bank did throw me to the lawyers, and then the lawyers did throw me back to the bank. So basically it's you are blaming me and I am blaming you. It was very frustrating at the time. After I couldn't get anyone to give me a proper explanation, I did try to appeal with the developer because I have already signed a loan agreement with the bank. So by right, the bank is supposed to be responsible to be paying the developer on time. It took them maybe like 1 week, the developers 1 week, to get back to me that they agreed to waive off that 50% of the penalty. When they sent this statement to me, I was not happy at all because in the first place, it's not my fault. I shouldn't be even paying anything. So I tried to negotiate with them. I did call up to the finance manager of that developer, and then they still would not budge. Perhaps they see me as a very young human, or maybe they know that I do not have any experience, or maybe they know that I'm not an influential person. So they just took advantage of it. That's the feeling that I got. Anyway, the negotiations failed, so I have no choice but to pay off that 100 ringgit penalty in order to get my key for the house. We have gone through the lawyer's miscellaneous fee and then penalty fee if there is. After all this, you do need to consider in paying a few other payments as well after buying a property. So water bills, electricity bills, internet bills, but for this project that I'm staying right now, the internet is free for 1 year. It's one of the perks that the developers gave us. And then you have the sewage bills. It's the people that is in charge for cleaning up your sewage outside. This you have to make payment every 6 months. That's not all. You will need to pay quick rent. For people that don't know what is quick rent bills is basically a type of tax collected by the state government every year. And then after that, there is the assessment tax, another type of tax, which is compulsory to be paid as long as you owned a property here in Malaysia. So after I paid off the penalty and settled off the miscellaneous whatever cost that the developer requests me to pay off, and then we go to collecting the key. After collecting the key, the first thing you should do is perform defects checks in the house, because this developer gave us warranty for 2 years on the defects. Many of the people hire a defect team to do the defects checks for the unit. But for me and my fiance, we actually did the defect check ourselves. One is to save costs, because hiring a defect team is not cheap. It ranges from 600 to 1,000 ringgit. And secondly, I did receive some feedbacks from the neighbors, the community around here, that even though they did hire a defect team, they do miss out some minor details. So I'm like, that defeats the point of hiring a defect team, right? So I was thinking, might as well just do it all by myself. Do take note that it is really very tiring. For the defect process, it took me and my fiance for about 3 days, from morning until in the evening, to complete the defects. According to their SOP, or what is stated in the contract agreement, that the developer will need to complete the defect 1 month after you have submitted the keys to the developer. As you all know, Malaysia's service is really tip-top at the level. Guess what? It took us more than 1 month to complete all the defects. In fact, it's around like 2 months to be exact. I have to actually write email to the developer and complain that it's past 1 month. When are you going to complete my defects? Because I'm eager to start my renovation. But one good thing is, during these 2 months while the developers are fixing my defects for the house, it did give us time to actually survey for some interior designer teams. For my house, I would like to have a team color for the unit. The thing is, searching for the correct or the suitable interior designer is really crucial. Before I actually agree to let them handle my house, I actually did a concept discussion or a first time meeting with them, because I need to know whether are they experienced enough to do renovations for landed properties. During the first meeting, the interior designer did share with us about on her mood board, on the portfolios that she has done, on the projects she has done, and furthermore, I have actually seen her work on a friend's unit. The finishing was done quite nice, which I am satisfied, which is why I agreed to go with this specific interior designer team. And then of course, the things that you need to discuss is like the payment as well, because some interior designer companies, the payment terms that they demand is ridiculous. You need to communicate with your ID and let them know your expectations. This is really important. After that discussion, I need to provide the master plan for my ID so that she is able to design according to my, according to the unit plan. It took her about like 1 week or 2 weeks to get the 2D and 3D ready. Overall, it was nice. For the quotation that she provided is very transparent as well. They list it down like per unit, per price, which is very good because I do not want any like surprise or any like additional or hidden costs that I do not know about. So this is something that you need to inform your ID during the first discussion. They started work in 2024 March this year. So the initial timeline to complete the renovation is actually 3 months. Unfortunately, April it was Hari Raya. During Hari Raya holidays, the workers are not working, so that also delayed to additional 1 more month. And also throughout this renovation process, there is some small miscommunication, and then there is also some additional cost which I like to add in. So all this, it delays in a total of additional another 3 more months. The whole renovation process for me, it took about like 6 months to complete. Just an advice here, there's no such thing as perfect. I mean like, no matter how good of the ID team that you hire, there will still be like little mistakes, things that you are not happy with, but I try to focus more on the positive, and if the negative is not so much impact, I don't really like mind at all. We officially moved in October or November. Honestly, I have no idea when was the official day that I actually moved in here. We didn't do like a move-in ceremony because usually Chinese, they will do some move-in ceremony, like I don't know what is the proper SOP because I'm not really a traditional person. So yeah, I do not have the correct date of moving in, but I'm guessing it's between October and November, which was about 2-3 months ago. And you think that moving in is gonna be like a smooth process? Nope, because some defects happened only after we moved in. Believe me, these defects are major defects. It's not minor defects. I can show it to you guys right here. What are the defects that I had to suffer through after moving in? Of course, I did submit the defects as usual to the app, and because since we have moved in, the developer told us that you do not need to submit your key to them anymore, but they will call us or email us to make an appointment for the workers to come and fix the defect. This coordination really frustrates me the most because every time when I want them to fix that defect as soon as possible, their excuses to me is like, so I'm like, okay, I have no choice but to wait. But some things like this major defects, like there's something stuck in the pipe, it's not something that I can wait, And it was so frustrating dealing with all these issues. There's really nothing I can do about it, so I have no choice but to wait patiently for them to come and fix it. These few major defects took about like a month to get everything done. For now, thank God, there is no more defects. My fiance and I have been living peacefully right now. So hopefully there is no more defects in the house anymore, because it's really a headache. And every time when I think about dealing with the developer, it really I just feel like I'm gonna strangle someone if no one hears my plea, like seriously. All those soft furniture like chairs, dining chairs, even this small couch and the lamp, I did source it from a website called Taobao. So Taobao is actually a China website where they sell all kinds of stuff. Buying from the China website directly, it saves you up some costs. There will be a slight hassle when you deal with the logistics. I feel throughout this process, I am so far satisfied because the things that arrive here from China, most of them arrived in good condition, especially my dining chairs and then this couch. Although they do have some slight scratches, but that's fine because as long as it's not visibly to guests, I'm fine with it. Just the important or crucial furnitures like my couch living in the living area, my TV, the electronic stuff like the stove, the refrigerator, the pots and pans and kitchen utensils, only I purchased it locally. So total cost for my house, renovation itself is about 100,000 ringgit Malaysian, and then furnitures maybe another 20 to 30,000 ringgit. Total cost of getting the house ready, it cost me about 130,000. I don't know whether that fee is like expensive or not expensive, but what's done is done, and overall I'm quite satisfied with the current condition that I'm staying right now. To be able to get this house done, I would also need to really credit my ID because she was the one who helped me to settle everything, like getting the permits to enter the area, to start working, to be able to coordinate like different parties. Believe me, it's not easy because different parties have different attitude, different pattern. Thanks to her, I'm able to have a beautiful, beautiful home. In fact, some of the furnitures she actually helped me to suggest and I just purchased. Some of the artworks in the house also she did help me to suggest a few and I just picked and she just installed it for me. I'm really, really grateful that I have her to handle my house. If you guys would like me to do a house tour, just comment down below. I'll find time to do it. Anyways, I guess that's all for my video and sharing today. If you guys have any further questions you will want to know in buying a landed unit in Malaysia, you can comment down below. If you are a first timer that want to buy or looking to buy a unit, I would say you may find this video useful to you. And I hope you guys enjoy my video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, bye!